So welcome to part 3 of being an idiot and fitting a Suzuki Hayabusa engine in a Nissan Micra. So a quick recap of what we've been doing already. In episode 1, we got the bike strip, we got the car stripped, and we got the bike engine mounted in the vehicle. We got the drivetrain sorted, and we did some weight saving while we were waiting for bits. Then in episode 2, we got round to doing the exhaust system, we did the shifter, and we also did the worst part of any engine conversion build, the wiring. And exciting times, we heard it run in the car for the very first time.
Oh, yes! It runs!
And in today's episode, we're going to finish what we started. We're going to tape up this loom, we're going to get it in there properly, I'm going to do some finishing touches, and we're going to rip this thing. So let's get cracking. And everything was going so well, yet little did I know that this episode was going to end in tears. But we'll get to that later on. Right, so I've got some bits and bobs in engine bay. I'm just going to have a little break a minute because my back's in bits and it's doing my head in a little bit. So it's not easy to route it all neat. I'm still not happy with it. Bearing in mind I've got to take all this to bits again anyway because I'm having all these bars powder coated. I'm just putting this together so I can drive it, make sure there's no issues because I don't want to drive it. I don't want to get it all powder coated to then drive it to find that I need to alter something and I've got to grind it off, weld a bit on, you know what I mean? So I just want to make sure everything's right before I get everything painted. So I'm going to run it like this, so I'm going to have to take it all back to bits anyway, so I'm just trying to neatly run it somewhat like-ish. I made this little bracket here to hold ECU on. Tilt sensor there is also slotted on that in upright position. I'm just not happy with all this mambo-jumbo down here. I still need to loom tape some of this. One relay there is for coolant fan, which has got on a switch inside. I've got twin coolant fans, they're on a switch. I'm just going to leave them on a switch for a minute, but I have left the wires there that go to the original thermo switch. So in case it gets on my nerves, I can put it to, so it's ECU controlled. The other relay is for what I'm working on right now and what I'm going to show you. So, there is one major problem with putting a motorbike engine in a car. That is vehicles, cars mainly, run a vacuum pump and they run vacuum servo assist brakes. Obviously motorbikes do not run servo assist brakes. And they also don't really have a vacuum pump to create enough vacuum to run a servo. This is servo assisted brakes. Obviously the engine hasn't got a vacuum pump, so the solution is we've got to mount this. Now that brings me what the other relay is for. I've picked up an ignition live off the engine loom via a relay which is going to run this 12 volt vacuum pump, which is going to feed my brake servo, thus give me servo assisted brakes. Now I need to mount it. So this is back to my old friend, good old cardboard aided design. I've just cardboarded myself a little bracket up. I need to put some holes in it, and I ain't drawn the top holes on there. But essentially, that's what I'm going to use. So I'll show you how it's going to mount, and then I'll get it drawn up and we'll get it cut out. It's going to be very difficult for me to hold it with one hand, but you can see there the shape of that, designed to sit like that. There's your vacuum takeoff. That sits in the bracket. I just bought that off eBay. I don't actually know what it's for. I don't know if it's universal, if it's off a car, whatever. That 2 bolt holes, we're going to drill into the chassis, riv nut it, and then you can see the vacuum pump's going to sit there, and the brake servo assist pipe is here. We'll take that one off, and we'll just run a new pipe to the 12 volt, and then I've already run the wires across here. You can see here, look, I've already got the wires for the servo here. So, just needs a bit more neatening up. My back is in bits, people. Cramped over this. I'm absolutely in agony. So, let's have a break off at wire in a minute. Let's get that drawn, and let's get it cut. Alright, let me show you in real time then just how fast we're going to turn that into reality. So you can see there I've drawn it on AutoCAD. Fairly simple thing to draw. I've saved that and I've loaded that into Xtool Studio. We have got my piece of stainless in there. Zoom you down. Piece of stainless in there. That's what it looks like. That's where it's going to cut it. Let's make it a reality. Press process. Tell you, this Xtool machine I've got is absolutely out of this world. Watch how fast this becomes a reality. Press the magic button. This is real time, folks. And just like that, out of my cardboard version. It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. I've left all the sticky stuff on back so it's sticking it together. Yep, you're supposed to pull that off. There is my metal version. Now you notice I made a little bit of a change to it in the drawing. Made the hole a little bit lower, made it all a little bit skinnier. That's my bend line. Yeah. Rapid. Right, let's bend that. See if it works. Wow, right. So that works. Kinda got my measurements a little bit off, but well, it'll be alright. It's bolted on there. Plan with that now is that is gonna go. Oh, that's my face. Plan with that is that's going to go like there. Something like that. On chassis leg. Now, earlier on in episode 2, I think it were, I mentioned that I might have to make a coolant tank because the radiator is sat slightly lower than the cylinder head. That's also the highest part with the matrix at minute. So it's going to be a pain in the arse to bleed. So I am going to make a reservoir. Now, I've already cut all the pieces out here. It's just going to be a simple tank because it just needs to sit higher than everything else on the car. That'll allow me to fill it. See them 2 bolt holes there? That's what that's going to go on. Like that. And then that's going to go on there. Them end caps are going to go on. I'm going to drop that on top of it. And then obviously we'll have to have a pipe off at the bottom of there, and then also the return will go into the side or something like that. Simple, quick, easy coolant filler tank. That will be higher than everything else, so it will essentially make bleeding much easier. That's the only thing stopping me running this up to temperature, really. I've got to weld these headers up, and I need to put some coolant in it, but I didn't want to put coolant in it until I was certain what I was doing. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to get it done. Cut myself a nice little tag as well. I'm going to get it done. And yeah, then realistically, once I've done that, I can run it up to temperature and make sure everything's all right. I still need to do a few bits and bobs of this wiring, but I said backs in bits, so we'll leave that till later. And yeah, when I actually put this together properly, once everything's painted, I'll try and make this look a bit neater. You can't see a lot of it anyway once intake's on. So intake's on the coolant tank, you can't see a great deal of it. Battery will be in there, so yeah, you can't see much of it, but I'm just anal with it, like, it annoys me. Right. Let's get that welded up. So that's my coolant thing done. Kind of spent way longer than I should have doing that today when I had other priorities. I should have been doing this wiring, but either way, I need to do that with coolant. That was the only thing that were really stopping me back from, holding me back from running it up to temperature, because the coolant system weren't sorted, other than welding headers and stuff. Anyway, I've done it now. Let's have a look. There's my tank. Now, I've just loosely put intake on for a minute just so I could just make sure I've got clearance, which I have. And I think I've had a change of heart. I think I'm going to put that vacuum pump there, just because it covers a lot of that messy wiring down there, what I don't like the look of. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I feel like it fills a gap. It feels at home there. That bracket's going to need altering, redoing. I feel like it kind of feels at home there, so I'm going to do that there. I'm going to change that. I'm going to redo that bracket. I'm going to put it in there instead. So the intake's just loose at the minute. Yeah, we're starting to get an idea of what bay's going to look like. So we've got the other bit, what goes across the slam panel as well. That's where the battery sits. I've just loosely sat it in. Yeah, it's coming together. It's looking all right. Excuse me. It's looking all right. Right, let's redo that bracket. Let's get that pump mounted there properly. And there's my version 2 on that bracket. And I actually forgot to show the finished result, but take it from me. Fits like a glove. Right, next up, we need to do this exhaust. We need to take the headers off, and we need to weld up the bits where I modified it earlier on. I just been putting it off because the bolts were rotten, and you can guess, they took me a long time to get out without snapping in the cylinder head. Morning. Yeah, one came out alright. One a little bit ropey. Not too bad. These are rotten. Completely rotten. Trying to weld them to stainless is not nice, so they'll do. I'm not bothered. Look at stateroom. I know it's absolutely criminal that I'm even putting them back on it first place, but I'm going to heat wrap them. For now, I just want to get it working, and then I might revisit it, might mix them. But no, we'll see how I like it. But that's the reason why I didn't want to run it for long without them welded up, because look at all that black crap in them welds now. It's going to make that weld like ass. But, oh well, let's get on with it. There we go. All welded up. Right, time to do something disgusting. I'm going to heat wrap them black. And once I've heat wrapped them, you'll never know that it's not £600 worth of titanium header on it, will you? You'll never tell. That's the aim. I might, like I said, I might revisit it. I might not. We'll see. Right, so realistically now, there's nothing stopping me running this up to temperature. Coolant's in, exhaust welded up, connected a few connectors what I need to connect. I still haven't sorted that wiring out. I'm just gonna wait until I actually had everything painted and I'll put it back together properly for that. So at the minute I've just jumbled it all together, put a tie wrap on it because I want to drive the thing. So yeah, I think now really we need to start it, because I've only run it for 30 seconds or so. I think now we need to run it up to temperature, see if my heater things work, make sure I've got no leaks, and see what happens. So at the moment I ain't sorted any of my control panel out in here. Ain't done any of that. Still got my clocks loose. So that's ignition on. Touch them two wires and press my switch and hopefully it'll start. Maybe some choke. That battery's dying and all, isn't it? Yep. Battery's dead. This is one thing that I want to check. I want to make sure that the engine's actually charging battery and that sort of thing. So that's why I really want to run it up now and see. Right, try again. I've got fuel injection light flashing. Right, something's wrong. What's wrong? Yeah, there's a reason it won't start. I've got FI light flashing, so I might have got something unplugged. Hopefully, because I've taped all loom up now. Christ. Right, that's about 40 minutes of my life I'll never get back. I just had it all stripped down again and found a bit of a dodgy connection. Probably just cut that bit out of the video, to be honest. Not that I'm ashamed of fails, I just don't want it to be long. So, now it should start. Let's see. Should fire first flicker button now. There we go. So the plan is I want to run it up to temperature really, just see, make sure I've got no leaks. Just let it get warm, just make sure everything's alright. I never actually ran the engine to temperature in the bike. I started it up, but I never actually ran it to fully to temperature, so yeah. Let's see. Sounds like it's going to be pretty tasty, doesn't it? See if that choke will stay on when I pull it in car. I've got no warnings on my dashboard. Which is good. That was disgusting, that, doesn't it? Sounds like an Hayabusa in a Micra. The Micrabusa. Right, I've got a leak. What's that coming from? Where's that coming out on? Top hose. Oh, nearly knocked you off at camera. What does that exhaust actually sound like? Because I can't really tell from here. Yeah? One gear rev for me. Seems a bit boggy at me because it's still cold, but it does rev out after that. Yep. All smoke is coming off.
What's this leak going on here?
Yeah, I've got a leak coming out the top of radiator hose. I'm not too concerned about that for now, but that's the only leak I've got so far.
What is all this shit? This all heat wrap melting.
Heat wrap melting, isn't it?
That might, will that not cause a fire?
Find out, won't we? We'll find out. Right, so I'm probably just going to cut this video off here for a minute. I'm going to let it all run up to temperature. I'm going to fix that leak. And tomorrow we might be driving this thing. The Microbusa lives. Well, it's been happily running for about 20 minutes now. Everything's up to temperature. We're up to temp. We've got no warning lights. Right. So we're really happy with that. I've got two problems to sort, which I'll show you. I need to remake this panel here because I'm going to put some tabs on it what screw to dash. So I'm going to do that next. Then I can get my ignition barrel bolted back in. I can get my switch and everything wired up to my proper start button. And so I don't have to mess about with that. For a minute, clock's just going to be getting slung on dash until I've 3D printed something to get rid of original ones. But yeah, I've got two problems to fix. The two problems what I've got to fix are very simple. Problem one is the coolant leak, which is coming from this top pipe from a dodgy clip. Nice easy fix. The second problem is throttle cable's a bit tight, so revs just hang a little bit if you listen. So the original Hayabusa runs two cables, one pulls it, one pushes it. So when you snap the throttle shut, the other cable pulls it back. We obviously don't have that on this. I think the solution is going to be probably either put a spring on it or loosen cable, and we'll see. But yeah, so far that's the only two problems I can see. Other than my heaters are not working inside because I must have, when I've chopped loads of wiring out, I must have butchered one at wires for power. Excuse me, so I need to sort that. But this pump's running. Doesn't seem to be really dragging a lot of hot air through, so yeah, heaters may or may not work for the moment, I don't know. So I think we'll knock it off there. We're happy with that. Let's cut that panel for the centre bits, get that wired up. And then we're going to move on to doing a little bit of drive shaft alteration. We're going to weld the diff up, we're going to pack it full of grease, and we're going to drive the sucker. See how savage it is. So, right, let's do that next. Let's do that panel next for dash. And we're cooking on gas. Oh, what a lovely British day to road test a Hayabusa-powered Micra. Always the case, innit? Always the case. Every time we've got plans, it rains like crazy. But anyway, let me show you what I'm going to do now. So this switch panel was alright, but the thing I found where I put it in the old stereo recess and it was quite a tight fit, and I was hoping it was just going to stay in there, but it doesn't. Every time you pull choke, it pulls it out, so we need to make an adjustment. See here we've got these gaps. Back to my old mate cardboard aided design. Obviously I've already got the drawing of this, we're just going to alter it. I'm just going to put two sides on it like this, what I'm going to fold up with a screw hole there, and they're going to screw into the dash there. Now we're also going to modify it because I've got the clutch switch now as well. So we're going to have the start button, but I'm going to move everything across a bit, and I'm going to put the clutch switch and the start button together, so all I've got to do is two finger it, clutch switch, start, job done. And then obviously we can pull choke out without pulling out panel out of the dash like that, because that's annoying. So let's make a revised revision of that first, and then, as I said earlier, for clocks, they're just going to be chucked up on here. But the proper plan. Charlie, shut up a minute. Dog's going mental. Look, wants stroking. Just wait a minute. Just wait 1 minute. Yeah. So the actual plan is we're going to get rid of this altogether. This comes off. We're going to take these out. We're going to try and make some sort of adapter to put the Hayabusa clocks in there, because we've got no use for micro clocks anymore. That's the proper long-term plan, but for the moment they're just going to get slung on dash. This ignition barrel mounts down there in that little mount. Just need to, well, when I extended wire, I extended it probably long enough to reach back at workshop. Probably a little bit long in hindsight, so I need to coil it up a little bit, but better too long than too short, eh? So I'll put that there, down there. Right. Got to get out of these seats now, because they are not made for a fat lad like me. Let's go and make a revision. Alright, there it is in the car. I've mounted my ignition barrel up. Still need to coil all them wires up down there, but let's test it. So, ignition on. Clocks come on. There's my choke, rad fan. You can hear red fans, I don't know if you can hear them or not. And when I press this button, that should get brighter, indicating we've got a clutch signal. Yep, clutch signal and start. She'll do. Beautiful. Just not happy with that, no choke. Right, next thing, I'm gonna coil them wires up down there. Gonna, I don't know, probably quickly make some sort of bracket to mount that on dash, just temporarily. And then we're on to shafts and diff and road test. Right, here comes the final thing that I need to do then before I can drive the car. Let me show you what I need to do and why I need to do it. So, earlier on in episode 1, you saw me stripping the gearbox out of the Micra. Well, this is the differential out of the Micra. For those of you who are not sure what a differential is, it's where you can convert drive from a single, what used to be a pinion gear, to twin wheels, and both wheels can spin at their own speed. So if I can prop this light up, I'll try and show you what I mean. I'm guessing a lot of people already know this, but there'll be some people that don't and might find this interesting. I'll just try and prop this light somewhere. Right. A diff. So at the moment now we've got a chain drive in our diff, but when it went gearbox it would have been a pinion gear. So when that spins around, you can see that will drive the wheels. Now at the moment I'm spinning the left wheel, but the right wheel isn't moving at all, look. And you can see there, that's because it's just rotating on the crown wheels. So without a limited slip diff, this is why you get cars what just spin one wheel, because you'll end up with one wheel what's more dominant, either through a shorter drive shaft or weight distribution. So if you've got a heavier gearbox on this side, it's going to naturally want to spin the side of least resistance. So that's exactly the reason why you see BMW stuck in the snow. As soon as one wheel loses drive, all the drive then goes to the wheel of least resistance, which in this case would be that wheel. because it's not moving at all. So what happens if we spin both wheels? Well, that's going to be very difficult with two hands, so unless I can spin that. There you go. If I actually spin the diff itself, look, you see that wheel spinning, and so is that. So what I'm trying to get at is, what do I need to do? Well, this used to run in a bath of oil, no longer does. So without the oil, the gears would wear out almost in minutes. They'd be running dry, they'd wear out, and it would cause a catastrophic failure. So what's the solution? We can't run it in oil anymore. The solution's going to be, we're going to weld these holes closed. There's one there, there's one on the other side. We're going to put a grease nipple in it, and we're going to fill the entire thing with grease. So when the gears are spinning round, they're going to be lubricated by grease now instead of oil. That's going to be the solution to that. That's one thing I need to do. The next thing I need to do is, can you see here, look, because of the thickness of the pillar bearings, what I've used to actually mount the diff, it actually holds the drive shaft out slightly. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to show you, but up the middle here, the shaft should poke through, and you have like a little retaining circlip what sticks through. It stops your drive shaft pulling out. I could probably run it like that, but I just don't like how easy that I can pull the shaft out, because there's no clip to hold it in. So what we need to do is we need to take the inner CV joint off, and we need to spin this on the lathe, and we just need to trim a little bit of that away. That will allow the shaft to go in further. The retaining clip should pop through the inside, and then the shaft can never come out. That's the only two things I've got to do, people. That's it. That's the two things I've got to do, and I can drive this car. You can see I've already put the grill in, I've already put the bumper on. That's going to be something for another day. I hate the grill, hate how it's also open, but we had to cut it all out to get stuff in there. I am probably going to make some mesh or something for the front, I don't know. That look, for me, reminds me of Mark IV Golf TDI, when everyone used to stick intercooler hanging out at front as if to say, I've got a turbo. Not for me. Hate that look. Everything I do is nice and clean, discreet. So obviously I can't blank it off because I need airflow for the radiator, but I can at least put some sort of grill meshing in there to try and make it look less like I've driving a PD 130 Mark IV Golf 10 years ago. That's it. We're going to take these shafts out, we're going to weld that diff, and then I won't keep it any longer. We will road test it. So there we can get a better look at what I need to machine. So this little piece here would have used to sat inside the gearbox, and it had a seal on there. That's what kept the oil in the gearbox. All I need to do is take this cup off, pray to God that I can actually hold this in my lathe, because I can't clamp on that. So I'm hoping I can hold it on that bit and just literally just skim that down. So it goes inside the pillar bearing, that's all I need to do. Now it's going to be a messy job because I've got to take the joint off. So yeah, it's not a nice job. Not actually too sure how a Micra inner CV joint comes off. Never had one to bits. More of a
Just like that.
As easy as that. Oh, look at all that chocolate milkshake just dripping on the floor. Yeah, as easy as that. Now, as I said, I'm hoping I can hold this in the lathe. If not, I'm going to have to go begging my mate in the morning. But I really want to drive it tonight. Right, we'll make sure that's tight.
It don't look bad.
It ain't dead true, but it'll do me. Next thing is, if this is hardened, this is case hardened, we might be in trouble, so let's just have a little touch on it and see what it does. Yeah, it's hardened. It's hardened, but it's not that hard that I can't machine it. It's definitely hardened.
Rough.
See all them sparks? You'd never normally get that if it weren't an hardened part, so yeah, it's going to be a new tip, plenty of oil. But before I get cracking, I just want to get some measurements. That thickness. So, a fair bit more to go yet, and I've been already going quite a while. It's not easy to machine.
Yeah, I'm going to
And that's it, look, now you can see that they're both machined. You can see how the ends of my shafts actually stick through into the diff. That's now that sorted. CV cup sorted. Right, I've just had some plates in my hand what I'm going to put on diff. Over here, look. You can see I've drilled and tapped it, and I've put a grease nipple in it. And the aim of the game for that is we're not welding the planet gears together. You can't do that on a front wheel drive if you still want to turn. The aim is putting that plate there with grease nipple on, and we're just welding them holes shut. That's all we're doing, welding that hole shut, and then there's another one on the other side, and then we're going to put the grease gun on that, and we're going to fill the thing full of grease, and that's it. That will overcome the no oil situation. So I'm going to weld them in. Hey, that's one.
What are you gonna do? Put a grease nipple on it?
There is a grease nipple on it already. That's it, we've got a bit of footage of them up there. Right, last thing to do, put new chain on, and that's it. Supplier told me they don't do tubes of grease anymore, so I'm having to manually pack it in. So I'm praying our lass ain't watching this, because I'll never be able to finger her again if she sees this. Oh.
Don't even bother.
There we go.
I knew you were gonna
Get
do
up. This is going to take a while. Right, here we go, folks. The first time I've let the clutch up on it. Wow, clutch is high. She drives. Oh, right. Who's ready for a rip? I know I am. Right then, I'll have speedo. First drive. Well, it moves. It's a good start, isn't it?
Two brakes, mate. They got vacuum. Yeah, this is just going to be as bad as Esco. Oh my god. Oh my.
That's neutral.
I thought that was real.
Oh, hang on. We've lost drive already.
Shut up.
Yep. Yep.
Not ready for.
We broke it instantly.
Oh, I think I jinxed it. I've just said, let's see if we get out of yard. Oh, dear me. That's not good.
Oh, it's dead, Carl.
Something stinks. Oh.
Oh, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. Chain's broke and broke engine.
Shut up.
Honestly.
Oh.
Chain snapped. Chain snapped and bust engine.
Oh.
Oh, it's put an hole in engine. Oh. Fuck's sake.
Oh dear. She's dead.
She's dead. That was
Right.
what? 30 seconds?
Fetch tow rope.
30 seconds. Killed it. Chain's broke.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Chain's broke. Put an hole in engine.
Oh dear.
I mean, I probably should have drove it sensible to start with, didn't I? I mean, the very first thing I did is put my foot to the floor and we get some limiter. Probably should have drove it a bit more sensible. And now I might need a new engine, because I can see there's a lot of oil on floor here, which means we've broke engine, definitely.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't even push because floor's so icy. It's dead.
Oh dear, oil.
Come and give us a shove. That was the quickest road test ever. Well boys, this is what happens when you do stupid builds, and it's silly, do stupid things, win stupid prizes. Am I gutted? Yeah. Is it going to cost me some money now? Yeah. Am I going to give up on it? Absolutely not. Am I going to fix the problem? Problem is, I don't know what the problem is. I know there's a big hole in engine, and I know something's failed on driveline. When I'm looking under bonnet, looks like diff sat on piss, chains obviously come off, sent it fruit block. Question is, what's actually failed? Dunno. YouTube gold though, innit? I know you people live for this stuff. You love seeing fails, but let's have a look together. I've not even seen it yet. Carl's sent it up on ramp, look. We're gonna have a look together, and we're gonna see what's failed. Oh, they can see oil bloodbath, don't worry about that. So question is it repairable? Has it just done the side case? Can I weld it? Can I repair it? Or do we need a motor?
Come on.
Oh, let's look together. Come on.
Oh my god, look at this.
Oh god, it's carnage. It's a crime scene. It has looked bent that. That's what it is, it's that.
Bent.
Yep.
The plate.
So the drive line, this side's perfect, but that one bent it up and straight away weren't strong enough.
Guys, oh, it's fucking pulled out fucking side casing off.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's called a case saver, Connor.
Let's have a look.
Is that where all oils come on?
Oh no, the oils come out of gear shaft. Oh, it's engine's dead, boys. Engine is completely dead. Let's look. It's ripped the gear shaft selector off, and that is all gearbox what's exposed. Try and get you a better view. There we go. Look, rip the gear selector clean off.
Got water in it and everything coming out.
And the whole bottom end of that engine is now dead. That's the face of someone who's just had to waste a lot of money. And the problem's the diff mount. That, on the left side, I know earlier on in the video when I said if that weld fails I'd donate my knob to a trans, but it's not the weld what's failed, it's the actual plate itself what's failed.
Bent it clean open.
But the failures are part of the process, aren't they? Now I know what the problem is, I can fix the problem. Unfortunately though, this is probably going to be... Yeah, this is going to be out of action for a bit now. Now,
I've got to find another booster.
I've not another booster. I only need an engine now. I don't know. I've got everything else. I just need a bare engine off for a booster and some time. And I need to do some other jobs to earn some money. So please like, subscribe, and watch some of my other videos because I need some money. And there we have it, boys. The absolute crime scene caused by such a simple failure that's caused so much damage. But it's not the end of the world, and we will be back. We are not a quitter. Follow me escort build, you'll see I had a lot of trouble with that. And we made it. And I will make it with a Micra. All I'll say is, don't worry. Failures happen, you never know if you never try. We'll be back. I'll be back. Let me get another engine for it. Let me make a revised design on that. We'll be back, and we'll get to hear it properly. See you in part 4, I guess. Like and subscribe. Need it.